What's up guys, welcome back. I've got another 3D Blu-ray review for you today, but this one's going to be a little bit different than the others because yes, it is a 3D Blu-ray, but I would say only about an hour of the movie is in 3D. So maybe you've seen this, maybe you haven't. It's called Long Day's Journey into Night. This is a foreign film. It's in Mandarin with English subtitles. And what attracted me to this movie, besides the obvious fact that it was a 3D Blu-ray, was all the positive reviews it got. Like, for instance, on the cover here, intoxicating, seductive, awe-inspiring, says Glenn Kenny from the New York Times. Mind-blowing, the 3D shot of the century from Peter Travers, Rolling Stone. So, I heard a lot of good things about this in 3D movie forums especially, so I had to pick it up, check it out. It's in 1:85 widescreen, so it does fill up your whole TV screen, no black bars on this one. It is 2 hours and 20 minutes long, so it is a little lengthy for a foreign film. If you're not used to reading subtitles for that long, then maybe it might get on your nerves. I didn't mind it at all. It comes in a 7.1 and a 5.1 DTS HD Master Audio track. Again, Mandarin with English subtitles. So, what the movie is about, and I've seen this movie about 3 times already, and there are still some scenes in the movie that are just so obscure to me. I just don't really understand some of it. But from what I've gathered, what it's about is this man comes back to his hometown after I'm not sure how many years. I don't think they ever really make that clear. But he's hit with nostalgia, and he's constantly dreaming about this woman that he used to be in a relationship with, someone that he thinks that he loved. And she just disappeared from this small town that she used to live in with him. So the movie is about him going around from place to place, interrogating people, trying to find leads as to where this woman went, right? And the movie it's kind of depressing in that sense because it just focuses on obsession, you know? He just doesn't seem to really find much peace. It seems like he's a really miserable character. At least that was the take that I got from it. But it is very interesting though. I love the cinematography on it. I love what the director did with all of the lighting. There's an ambience to it. It's unmistakable. So halfway through the movie, or a little bit more than halfway, I would say probably about an hour and maybe 20 minutes into the movie, he finds his last lead, and the person that gives him this lead is like, well, hey, we're not going to open up this place of business for another few hours. Go watch a movie and come back. So the protagonist goes into a movie theater, this really janky, sketchy looking movie theater, and he starts to notice some of the guys around him are putting on 3D glasses. So he puts his on, and that's when it's your cue to put your 3D glasses on. And this really kind of weird, creepy music just starts coming up, and then all of a sudden the title of the movie comes up onto the screen, Long Day's Journey into Night. And then all of a sudden he wakes up and he's in this cave, and he's trying to find a way out, and the rest of the movie, from that point forward when he wakes up, the rest of that movie is shot in 3D, and it's one shot. So there are no cuts. The camera just, you're with the camera the entire time as it goes around through this dreamlike labyrinth type area that's set at nighttime, kind of like in an abandoned prison, outside prison that's been turned into like a karaoke / pool hall. I know it sounds really weird, but yeah, that's what happens after that when he wakes up. It's like as if he's in a dream, and in this sequence, this whole last hour and 15 minutes of the movie, you start to see people. He comes into contact with people that you recognize from the narration of the movie. Before he went into that dreamscape, he talks about certain people from his life, from his past, and you start to see these people. You don't know them by name, but the actions that they're doing, you're like, oh hey, this is the person that he was talking about earlier in the movie. And then you kind of start to pick up on, like, you know, okay, so this is kind of like some sort of dreamscape. But it's very, very interesting. It's very surreal. So again, why I said this review isn't like most of my reviews, it's because you might have noticed I'm talking more about the story than the 3D. And that's because the movie, most of it isn't in 3D. Now, what I will say about the last half of it that is in 3D, it's, if you're looking for something that is gimmicky, that's gonna pop out of the screen at you, no, this is not that movie. In fact, when it says here, mind-blowing 3D shot of the century, says Rolling Stones, maybe they say that because it's all done with one shot, but there is nothing that spectacular about the 3D. It is great depth, very, very good depth. There are some scenes where I was like, oh, this is so cool. This reminds me of being in a house of mirrors, and you know, you can see like into multiple dimensions of reality. You know, this is, I get some of those vibes during certain parts of the shot, but for the most part, it's just decent, you know? What I will say about it though was that even though it takes place at night and it's in, you know, pretty much a dark scene, it doesn't suffer from, you know, brightness being too low. I didn't have to adjust my TV set at all. So yeah, I mean, that's all I really have to say about the 3D. Do I think it's worth picking up at Best Buy or ordering it off their website? Absolutely, and not really so much because of the 3D, but because of the movie itself. And it's just one of those movies that you could keep going back to watch and pick up on things that you didn't pick up on before. If you try watching this movie when you're buzzed or a little, you know, yeah, that would also probably enhance the experience at the end too. It's a trippy movie. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna say about it. I thought it was cool and I just wanted to bring it up to you guys. So again, take a look right there. Long Day's Journey into Night. And I ordered this off of Best Buy's website, so you could probably order it too. And that's all I have to say about it. I hope you enjoyed the review, and have a great day.